Hi, I would like to share a pretty quick tip with you, but one that could help your family, everyone in your family, to get a bit of a mood boost. So, this practice is quite commonly used with positive psychology. If you've taken the course Science of Happiness, then you've come across this practice. I shared this slide that you're seeing now with younger children and gave them a few examples of how they could maybe create a warm fuzzy in nature that they share with somebody, or that they could create a card with some things they find on a nature walk. And so this is something that might be something that you could steer your children towards if they're younger ones. And then you can help them to understand that you can see the bulleted points here, that the reason that it could be really beneficial for your kids to engage in something like this. For adults and for older students, teenagers, what we like to recommend is that you consider maybe starting a gratitude journal. And in the journal, what you'll do for the first week or so, write down 3 things that you're grateful for every day. And in times like this, when anxiety can be a bit higher than normal, what we tend to do is to look across the room and we scan for negative. It's a natural thing to do. So what gratitude does is helps us switch our thinking to more positive things. So what you do is simply write down 3 things from the day that you're grateful for. Now, after you've done this for maybe a week or so, what I do is drop back to doing it once a week. So I like to start my week with gratitude. It's just a nice way to get the week rolling. And then I end the week with listing in another part of my journal what went well. And what you can do then is, if you have days where things seem a little bit more challenging, you just come back to your gratitude journal, the list that you have, and read through it, and you'll find you get a boost from reading through the list. So I've shared with you some of the highlights, the tips here. Sorry, not the tips, but the benefits of engaging in a gratitude practice. Some people like to be very creative with this and don't like to use a journal necessarily, but you can use, I've seen people who use images, photos, or images they find in magazines that they even add to their list. So if they're grateful for blue skies, and they find a picture from their photos that represents that best for them. Looking through photos is also a really nice way to bring back and trigger good memories, which can be mood boosting as well. So there are a lot of ways that you can do this. I hesitate to suggest that at dinner you can ask your kids, like, what are you grateful for? Because it gets about as old as the question that a lot of people say, what did you do at school today? And eventually with teens, you start getting grunts, or they're like, meh, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. And gratitude can be similar. So you want to keep mixing it up, but it's definitely worth forming a practice with everyone in the family. So I want to leave you with 2 resources. The first one is a really nice, quick little workbook that younger kids can work through. And this was developed by Yale and put out, I think, quite recently. And I've had a look through, and you'll notice some of the things they're recommending are things that I've already started to put into practice with younger kids. So I think you'll find it quite easy to work through and easy for little ones to understand. On the right here, you'll see the greater good magazine, and in particular, they've created a guide to well-being during the coronavirus. So this, if you look that up, you will find that it has everything for educators, for parents, for teens, for supporting young children, all kinds of resources in one spot. So I highly recommend Googling that page, and it's sort of a go-to. I know you're getting bombarded with resources, but Greater Good is focused with positive psychology and really well researched, so that's one that I go to often. Wishing you all well. Take care. See you.